a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle, when I do a little dance, it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say it less.
She said, baby, what you talking about? This was something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking so slowing us down. Say less. Say less.
Stop the moment you walking. You rest your hips till you're talking. You leaving me no options. Say less. Say less.
Say less.
Stop the moment you walking. You rest your hips till you're talking. You leaving me with no options. Say less. Say less. Say less.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The slot man in motion right. A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. You look at this Niner defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go. Now this defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
This is fielded at the 27. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Throwing here, Purdy. This complete right side of the tight end Farrell. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15, and it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. Throwing on second and long. Purdy. Throw over the middle. Pulled in here by Farrell. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone, it's Tutu Atwell. And able to get this out to the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
That's taken in. It's Xavier Liggett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now there's a scoop taking it right down Broadway. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. The extra point try now for Moody. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Atwell now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now that play stopped by Drake Jackson. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. The setup to throw. That one complete to Legion. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice throw there by the rookie from Ole Miss. And he's got his guys a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd down and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Purdy bootlegging it. He'll buy some time right. Got a man right. And he caught it up. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw now on first down. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Being chased out left. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They go play action here on first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense. 2nd and 10. First run now for Kyren Williams.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Mechie, the man in motion.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Mechie, the man in motion.
They'll look to throw here.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They're going to look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Muscles him off. 6-yard return after a punt of 48.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And remember, this is a running back that fumbled on the previous drive, but fortunately for them, nothing came of it. And I think when that happens, sometimes coaches can lean a little more on forgive and forget. So he's right back out there and running again. Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And they'll get this down to the 10. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Out of the gun, Purdy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Purdy. Flushed out right. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Pass complete there to Nacua. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Atwell now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going to be taken in here by Nacua. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Hubbard is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And And his throw's going to be incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
3rd and 12. Back to throw, Purdy. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Big strides. Look at him go. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Atwell now from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Drake Jackson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, for the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
This will be complete to Mechie. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Throwing here, Purdy. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are. And let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Now Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Purdy now to throw. The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Purdy will look to throw again here.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Now back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
42. Rams 14. Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
This one caught by Kittle. Ooh, the juke. Now he's into the clear again, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Moody for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
49. Rams 14. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let it fly. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch. Charles turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And room there to work it inside the 25. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. An extra point try now for Moody. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Back to throw. Short throw, it's Higbee. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the 49ers, they finish things off in style, putting a bow on a 14-3 regular season. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they're going to kind of bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at